Hey everyone, so my client has come in today and we are going to do a nice Christmassy full set because it is the 1st of December and it is now the official Christmas nail run. So I've already prepped all of her nails. Please excuse the state of my nails, they are disgusting. I should hang my head in shame. I just have not had a chance to get them on. As you know, being a nail tech at this time of year, it's extremely busy, so I just haven't had the time, but I will be getting a set on either tonight or tomorrow. So please, spare me. Feel sorry for me, please. So I've prepped all the nails, so I've pushed back her cuticles, I've etched all of her nail plates, I've dehydrated, I've primed, applied my forms, and now we're going in with acrylic application. Today I'm using my CJP Big Boy brush and this is milky pink. It's like a soft pinky white, just beautiful. Perfect for when you're doing baby boomers or French ombre or however you like to call them. And then I'm going in with some mermaid scales from the Glitter Planet UK. This nail was heavily inspired by the amazing Tabytha Scott. I will leave her link to her YouTube channel in the description box because she is just amazing at what she does. So original and perfect. So make sure you go ahead and check out her channel. I'm then just fully encapsulating this nail and then I will move on to the next nail. Because I'm using red as well in this set, I've decided to do all of the white nails first so that we don't get any contamination going on with our liquid or our brush and then our white turning like red. So I'm just going to show you the packet of the mermaid scales now from the Glitter Planet. I will leave the link to their shop in the description box as well if you want to go and check them out. They have a massive wide range of products, glitters and cuticle pushers and nippers and loads of amazing stuff. So go ahead and check them out. Again, I'm just going to repeat the same process on the index finger, the middle finger, sorry, not the index finger, the middle finger and the thumb. So again, I'm just placing a medium-sized bead at the cuticle area of milky pink and then working that bead down to create my shape and overall structure of the nail. This is not going to be my strength though because I'm going to apply the mermaid scales on top. So I am keeping this platform quite thin. Remembering we are going to have encapsulation on there, so always bear that in mind when you're doing these kind of designs. You don't want to apply it thick, then apply your glitter, then your clear, and then when you file you just have to file it all off. So again, I'm just dipping my wet brush into the monomer and then straight into the scales, and I'm just sticking that onto that wet acrylic, and it just stick nicely then. If you find it was getting a bit too dry, you can go ahead and pick up a tiny bead of your clear acrylic. But because this acrylic was still quite wet, I didn't need to. And then I'm going to go ahead and cap that nail in crystal glass. So I'm placing a rather large bead at the cuticle area, blending that into that cuticle area, making it nice and flush with the tip of my brush. And then with the body of my brush, I'm dragging and patting that product away from that cuticle area, leaving a nice bulk where I want my apex, and then just feathering and tapering that off down the whole nail, making sure that all them mermaid scales are nice and encapsulated. So I just needed a tiny little bit more on the end there where it was a little bit thin and not consistent. So now we're going on to the index finger and I'm just going to create a nail bed because we're going to do a nice French on this nail. So I'm going in with Birthday Suit, doing the same process, applying my bead at that cuticle area, blending in with the tip of my brush, using that as my wall to keep any product away from the skin. If you do touch the skin, you are going to end up with lifting and you can, overexpose your clients to harsh chemicals, and you definitely do not want to give them any sort of allergy or anything like that. So always avoid skin contact. So the thumb, because I'm going to let that French smile line set before we file it crisp, I'm going to go on and carry on with the thumb, which is exactly the same as the other two nails you've seen me do. So I'm just cleaning up around that cuticle area there to make it nice and like neat looking. And then again, keeping this platform nice and thin, trying to keep my shape as true to how I want the finished result to be, because we don't want to be there filing for years. We want our filing routine to be as minimal as possible. Again, going on with the mermaid scales. And then when I'm happy with the placement of them, I am going to go ahead and cap. These scales are really amazing because they've got like different sizes in them. So they've got like bigger ones, little ones. It's like a multi-cut of the scales, which is amazing because you don't want really big chunks right at that cuticle area or right on the very tip. So you can maneuver them and manipulate them into a nice full nail without over bulking it. So again, the same method when encapsulating, so placing it at the cuticle area, tip of the brush to protect from the skin, and then patting and dragging that bead down, covering the entire nail, making sure all them scales are encapsulated. So now I'm going back to the ring finger and I'm going in with a CJP Vamp. Just placing the bead again, same way, because we're going to do a full nail of this. Now this colour that I'm using is a strength powder, but as you all know already that I do like to cap them just to save my colour more than anything else. You know, like, it's not necessary to cap them, you don't have to cap them, you can just build the whole structure with the red, but because I like to make my colours last as long as possible, I always just do a thin layer and then I will build up my strength with crystal glass. That is just my way. I'm not saying that is the way to do it or the right way, but that is just how I like to do it. So when I'm happy with the shape of the nail, I will then go ahead and just apply that crystal glass at the cuticle area, leaving that bulk in my apex and then just blending the rest off the edge of the nail. When we're done with that, we're going to go ahead and shape our smile line. So I'm taking a brand new file. These are the CJP files and they are 100/180 grit. And I'm just placing that directly flat onto that smile line. You definitely do not want to be filing down onto your nail form or your client's natural nail. So make sure that your file is on a full 90-degree angle, placing really flat against that wall and away from any of their nail or nail form. So when you're happy with your smile line, you go ahead and clean away any dust. You don't want any of that remaining. And now I'm going to build my French tip, which is going to be in Vamp, and I will show you this time that I do not cap the red. I literally just build my French tip with it because it's not necessary to cap, and I don't need to, you know, it doesn't have to be massively thick, or because we have our structure and our apex already in place with our nail bed. So I'm placing that bead on, making sure I'm pushing that right up into those wings we've created. This is where your wall needs to be consistent from that wing to the other side, and that way you're going to have that beautiful crisp smile line all the way around and not just end up filing away the sides. So making my application as neat as possible, trying to keep it all nice and even. I did record filing today, but my phone had stopped. As you see, it cuts off in a minute from here and I hadn't actually finished. The memory had gone on my phone and I hadn't realised until I tried to press record when I was applying the top coat. So I do apologise about the lack of filing in this video. In fact, there is no filing. It just goes straight on. But I did file, shape and buff. And now I'm going in with CJP Make It Matte on the red ring finger and the middle opal nail, because these two are going to be matte. So just a thin coat of this, making sure it's nice and even, making sure you're capping the edges as well. And then you're going to pop this in the lamp for 60 seconds to cure. When she comes out the lamp, I'm just taking some isopropyl alcohol and cleansing away that inhibition layer, and that's when you see that matte really come through. And then my client wanted that snowfall look on the nail, so again I'm taking CJP Pop It and a little French brush from Pixie Cosmetics. I'm just going to create that nice snowfall look on the ring finger. Then I will sprinkle the Glitter Fairies Silver Shine Fine Glitter onto this uncured, and then I'm going to pop this into the lamp to cure for 60 seconds. Then when she comes out again, just off all that excess glitter, we're left with that beautiful matte finish, and I'm going in with the top gloss from CJP, and I'm going to gloss the rest of the nails. Then I will cure this again for 60 seconds in the lamp, and then when she comes out of the lamp, I will apply cuticle oil to all of the nails. And that's the finished video, guys. I really hope you've enjoyed. If you did, please give me a thumbs up, and if you're not already subscribed to my channel, I would love it if you would. I love you all, and hopefully in my next video I'll have some actual nails on. Bye.